Barack and Michelle Obama may seem like they have the perfect relationship, but after decades together, they've been through their fair share of ups and downs. From heartwarming moments to tough challenges, their love story is one for the books. So, let's get into it.
How lucky am I to be married to Michelle Obama?
Now, let's go back to where it all started, the summer of 1989. Michelle, then Michelle Robinson, had been working as a law associate at Sidley and Austin for a year when she was assigned to mentor a first-year summer associate.
Everyone, from the head of the firm on down, had talked about how brilliant this guy was, and it was rare that a firm as big as ours hired first-year students, so he was going to come in as a summer associate.
And let's just say he made quite the first impression.
And then in walks Barack Obama. And Barack Obama has always walked like Barack Obama. Like, he's got all the time in the world.
She admitted that her first thought was that he was cute, but Michelle thought he was cute but didn't let herself get swept up right away.
But in my mind, I was like,
Not interested?
not off limits, not even not interested. I'm not gonna date one of the few black summer associates. Robin, how tacky.
But Barack had other plans. About a month in, he asked Michelle out. At first, she shot him down, thinking it was completely tacky. But Barack didn't play games. He even offered to quit his job for her. Barack's persistence paid off, and Michelle eventually said yes.
When we stopped for ice cream, and he got the sense that I was starting to open up. And he played it real smooth. He just leaned in for a kiss.
Their first date was like a scene from a romantic movie. They spent the entire day together, visiting the Art Institute of Chicago, enjoying lunch in the museum's courtyard, sipping drinks on the 99th floor of the John Hancock building, watching Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, and taking a leisurely stroll down Michigan Avenue.
And then we went to see Do the Right Thing.
Spike Lee had just come out.
It just come out.
Showed all the sides. He was hip, cutting edge, cultural, sensitive, the fountain, nice touch, the walk, patient.
Take tips, gentlemen.
It wasn't just Michelle who fell for Barack. Her family did too. Her mom, Marion Robinson, recalled, "He was very tall and strong because she's strong. And I just think he was a nice, intelligent young man with a good sense of humor." And Michelle's brother, Craig, said Barack passed the family's approval test with flying colors.
That what I saw at that young age, I thought romance and love was Mai Tais and sunsets on the beach, but Barack was showing me that family was important.
Barack wasn't just charming, he had a way with words. He took Michelle to church basements where he gave speeches, and she quickly saw something special.
And I watched him in that room, natural, engaged, passionate, and I was like, this guy's different.
Fast forward to 1991, and Michelle was nudging Barack to get serious about their relationship. Little did she know he had a plan. Over dinner at Gordon's restaurant, he played it cool, arguing that marriage wasn't necessary, just to get Michelle all fired up.
And so I deliver because I too am a lawyer and I have my points to be made. So I was in full making my point and I was like in 3 and A and if you think and da 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 da.
And that's when the waiter brought out dessert, with an engagement ring next to it.
He opened up the box and he said, now that ought to shut you up.
By October 3rd, 1992, they were saying "I do" at the Trinity United Church of Christ in Chicago. Fun fact, Barack woke up with a nasty head cold on their wedding day, but by the time Michelle met him at the altar, it had miraculously disappeared. Love really is the best medicine.
Do you recommend workplace romances, just in case
Yeah.
anyone from HR is watching?
They worked out fine for me. So.
All right.
Their first dance? It was to Stevie Wonder's You and I, a perfect choice for the start of their new chapter. After that, they jetted off to California for their honeymoon.
That's why I married Barack. He was from Hawaii. I was like, yeah, you're kind of cute. Ears a little big, and you're from where? I think I love you.
But even in those early days, Michelle had her doubts about Barack's political aspirations. In 1996, she admitted, "I'm very wary of politics. I think he's too much of a good guy for the kind of brutality, the skepticism."
She is my reality check. She knows my strengths, she knows my weaknesses.
Still, politics came knocking. Barack was elected to the Illinois State Senate in 1996 and re-elected twice. In 2000, He ran for the U.S. House of Representatives, but lost. But Michelle knew her husband was destined for more. She once said, "Barack has helped me loosen up, take risks, not do things the traditional way."
About 15 years, I finally figured out that she's always right. So...
Meanwhile, life at home was changing too. In 1998, they welcomed their first daughter, Malia, and in 2001, their second, Natasha, better known as Sasha. But balancing family and Barack's growing political career wasn't easy. When Barack ran for the U.S. Senate in 2004 and won, people started whispering about a possible presidential run. And by 2008, those whispers became reality. Suddenly, their relationship was in the national spotlight, and Michelle proved she wasn't going to just stand in the background. During Barack's campaign, she famously joked, "You want to know how Barack prepares for a debate? He hangs out with me."
But I tended to try to stay away from telling my husband what to do from a policy perspective. And here's the thing, I usually agreed with him on everything he did.
Even in the chaos of the campaign, Barack never forgot their relationship. Just a month before Election Day, he flew back to Chicago to take Michelle out for their 16th wedding anniversary. And during an interview with Barbara Walters, he even paused mid-question to tell Michelle she had lipstick on her teeth. Priorities.
Of what we can do in the White House and for the nation.
Can I, sorry to be the producer, can I cut, you got a little lipstick on your tooth.
I'm going to leave
Thanks,
this in. I think this is the
Ingrid?
most natural piece of television they've had.
Got it.
Of course, we all know how this story goes. In 2008, Barack made history, and the Obamas became the first black first couple in the White House. For Michelle, there was one major perk, finally seeing her husband every day. During most of our marriage, he was in Springfield, I was in Chicago. He was in Washington, I was in Chicago. Now we live above the store, she said.
I had to work a lot. I didn't have a day off. Even when we're on vacation, I'm still getting that presidential daily briefing.
And let's be real, these two have never been shy about showing their affection. From their kiss cam moment at a basketball game to that iconic hug after Barack's 2012 re-election, the one that became one of the most retweeted photos of all time. Their love has always been on full display.
Michelle is actually funnier than me, mainly because she teases me, but I can't tease her.
I think that's fair.
Even behind closed doors, they had their sweet moments. Michelle once shared that Barack tucks her in at night. He'll say goodnight, turn the lights out, and give me a kiss. He's like, "Ready to be tucked?" I'm like, "Yes, I am."
The last thing we watched together, it was probably sports. Golf is always on. I know.
You will watch golf with him?
But let's not romanticize everything. Marriage is work. Michelle has always been candid about the tough times, including the miscarriage she suffered before having Malia and Sasha through IVF.
I felt lost and alone, and I felt like I failed because I didn't know how common miscarriages were, because we don't talk about it. We sit in our own pain, thinking that somehow we're broken.
The couple even went to marriage counseling when the stress took its toll.
Why did you think it was important to share that?
For those young people out there who think that marriage is supposed to be easy, and marriage counseling for us was one of those ways where we learned how to talk out our differences.
Barack has given marriage advice too. He once told a former staffer, "Is she someone you find interesting? You'll spend more time with this person than anyone else for the rest of your life. Does she make you laugh? And if you want kids, will she be a good mom? Life is long. These things matter."
But I tell you, the thing that I think we were good about was talking stuff through, never losing fundamental love and respect for each other, and prioritizing our kids.
And Michelle, she's kept it real. In 2022, she got real about the tough moments in their marriage.
People think I'm being catty by saying this. It's like there were 10 years when I couldn't stand my husband. You know?
do say that. You say
10 long
10
years. And guess when it happened? When those kids were little.
But through it all, she's always stood by one belief. He is steady. Has he made me mad? Yes. But as a human being, he is never disappointed. So, through all the challenges and triumphs, Barack and Michelle have remained a strong team, growing, supporting, and lifting each other up. Their journey shows that love is about more than just the good times. Now, what do you think is the secret to a lasting marriage? Share your thoughts in the comments.